4 changes from that 5-0 victory over Tacoma Defiance. Alex Milosevic will enter the starting lineup. Gave up the ball. Jimmy Farkland had a finish in the 69th minute, and that's what allowed for Austin to stun Ventura. There's the opening whistle, and we begin this matchup between Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2 and Ventura County FC in the Western Conference. Ball is whipped in, headed away by Pepe. Clark off the volley. On the secondary action, Mateo Clark sees this ball drop, and an assist to Ruben Ramos, as well as a ball that came in and ended up being a goal for Sullivan. Vanny trying to collect on the turn. Now Sullivan, Miller, Musto has a shot, and Milosevic with a calm dive to his right. But you can see how pesky Harbor Miller can be once he gets the ball isolated on this right side. He can cut onto his left foot. Has scored a scorching goal earlier this year against Tacoma Defiance, cutting onto his left foot, and so he is willing and able to go for goal. Salamani trying to use his frame, but Miller in company calmed that attack. These are two of the highest scoring teams in the Western Conference. After Vancouver put up 5 goals on top of Tacoma and held them to no goals, they put them in a tie with Tacoma for 22 goals at the top of the Western Conference. Ventura County has 18 goals. They have the second most and third overall in the West. Velios, Salamani, early ball. Castro will end up with it. And his shot. Been nice action for Vancouver. They've gotten into some dangerous spaces. Jackson Castro has a couple of goals on the season. And Georgievic, ball returns to Coupland. Now Nelson Pierre. This ball hits the crossbar. Just could not finish the job. That ball took 90 minutes. They played well for the first 20 minutes of the match and then gave up the 2 goals. They then showed great resilience to find a second goal in the second half to draw level. They just could not complete the job as Ventura got the win 3-2. They've been pressing for an opening goal. Salamani with an excellent ball into Pierre. Isolated against Rindov. Centered to Castro. Jackson Castro not far off. And Castro's attempts have been from distance, but he's missed the target by minimal distance. Mueller sends the ball into the box. Headed away by Pelayo, only as far as Kacheski. Delgado dials one up back to Lewis Mueller. Now the ball returns to the box, towards the back post. Sullivan heads over the crossbar. This was good action from Ventura County. Lewis Mueller with a ball that gave Sullivan a chance. It put Milosevic in a precarious position as he was attacking the ball. And if Sullivan could have kept that in play, Rindov was right there at the doorstep. Second ball brought down by Clark, but he can't control. And Ventura County will have possession. 25th minute of action, no score between Vancouver and Ventura County, two of the highest scoring teams in the Western Conference. Still looking for the first goal of this match. Harbor Miller, heavy touch, still cuts it back. Mueller, now Vanny. And Vancouver gets out of dodge. Harbor Miller stands this up. Lewis Mueller off the volley just made things difficult. And with Mark O'Neill sliding, we'll mark that down and see how that changes the fabric of this match. Musto with an excellent ball to Sullivan. Into Harbor Miller. Wonderful save by Alex Milosevic. Kacheski call for the foul there, but for Miller, this ball was Tuji steps in front, but this ball's lost. Sullivan, Vanny, and then oh, wow. Harbor Miller could not. As Vanny just popped this up, Miller tried to take it with his left. Off the turnover. Lewis Mueller racing to the middle. Lewis Mueller will go for goal. And Alex Milosevic. Milosevic has been pristine. Mueller. Nick Sullivan put his hands up. Mueller could not find him, but Vanny couldn't connect with Miller. Minimal time left in the half. Rindove sends this out. And there is your halftime whistle. No breakthrough for either side through one half of play against the Whitecaps. Second half whistle blows and we begin from Swangard Stadium. Half number 2 between Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2 and Ventura County FC. Rindove only as far as Castro. Takes a touch out of his body and fires one right at the chest of Brady Scott. Sauntering. Sends to Vanny. Mueller, a firing cross, headed down. Kacheski finds the back of the net. Giorgio Kacheski gives Ventura County the lead. 1-0 on top of Vancouver. This is what you want as Mueller gets to the byline, just plays that ball with pace, unable to clear were the Whitecaps. And as Kacheski saw the ball pop to him, Harbor Miller cutting inside, finds Kacheski. Ball comes into Sullivan. And another necessary save from Alex Milosevic. How quickly things can progress. Snap header from Nick Sullivan. Whipped into the box. Another fantastic save by Milosevic. Danger not completely dealt with. Miller, floating ball. Vanny hits it first. Pepe brings it down. And his shot does not trouble Milosevic. Kacheski once again. And Tuji's deflection takes it out for another Ventura County corner on the day. Mueller plays this ball in with pace. Rindov goes back to Kacheski. The deflection is knotted out for a Ventura County corner. So Rindov had a chance there. Mark O'Neill was all over it for Vancouver. The shoulder being one of them. Taking some time to get back into the action. Alumi off the service. Could not send it past Brady Scott. That was Jackson Castro who played the ball in. And right there, Alumi undercutting. Karani wins the first ball. Vanny wins the second for Ventura County, but the ball immediately lost. And here's Cashwele, shoved off the ball. Now Georgievic almost has it taken away from behind. It works in his favor as Vancouver earns the corner. Time ticks into the 87th minute. Vancouver trying to salvage something at home. O'Neill trying to bring it down. Pops to Georgievic and hits the post. Out. We take a look at this corner. O'Neill just trying to control it. He goes down, but Georgievic continues in play. Karani racing the other way. No way through as he's closed down by 2. Vancouver back on the prowl. Kuplin swerving, sends to Georgievic. Tuji will pick this up, but Vanny takes the ball away from Yuma Tuji. Fires over the top. Karani controls. Sean Karani cuts in. Sean Karani finally shoots. Ball still free. Ramos, Sullivan. Karani took forever to fire. Milosevic could not corral. And Ramos finding Sullivan. Castro, Alumi, no power behind that shot. Ramos clears this away, and Milosevic gives off to Adrian Pelayo. Tuji dumps this over the top. Kuplin going in, cannot take a shot. Emergency defending now for Ventura as they just tried to get to the finish line. O'Neill, Castro, and Rindov clears. Maybe one last gasp for Vancouver. And Karani completes the tackle. Karani racing the other way. Sean Karani shuts the door. The final kick is a goal for Ventura County as Sean Karani gives VCFC the 2-0 victory over Vancouver. Karani with the chip over the goalkeeper. Sweet, sweet victory for VCFC. That game-tying goal, and as soon as Karani made that turn, he had plenty of speed to find his way into the box. No one from Vancouver wanted to commit a foul, and it really just ended up being Karani and Milosevic. Karani won the battle, Ventura County wins the war, and the final is Vancouver 0, Ventura County 2.